The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the management and staff of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Yeah, but they should be.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power.
And once again, welcome to Beyond the Score on a Monday that I have not been looking forward to. I know my co-host LaWanda has been looking forward to this day since the season started.
Hey, man.
She's been waiting for this, but in case you've been on the moon or somewhere like that, as you know, the Miami...
Even the aliens know. The Heat lost last night.
The Heat out. The Heat are gone. Dallas was crowned champion, something that I don't think any of us
deserve crowning.
Yeah, they deserve it. They beat up on us.
Give
but
it to them.
Wonder what I did yesterday after the game. I flew, this morning before I came in, it was a late game. I flew to Miami. And I have an interview that I sat down with the big three, got them all together, and I had a little sit-down interview with them. So, Katura, let's just play that interview. This is Keith Six Taylor reporting for Beyond the Score, and today I'm here with a very special, quick little sit-down interview. I have the big three with me. Last night was a very devastating night for them, and just sitting down to ask them a few questions. And let's start things off. Let's go to Dwayne Wade. It's kind of sad that you were the only one who showed up for all of the games in the finals. So, what do you have to say to your teammates, especially LeBron James?
Sleeping on the man, dog. Why got your lazy self? Sleeping on the man, dog. Sleeping on the man, dog. Sleeping on the man, dog. Get a hang on me.
Now, LeBron, this is the second time you've lost in the finals, and you've had some other meltdowns in the playoffs. So it seems like whether it's Cleveland, Miami, these things always seem to happen to you. What's going on with you right now? How do you feel? Now, Chris Bosh, after the game, you were visibly disturbed. Looked like you were crying. You had all these different things going on. Almost looked like the fellas didn't want to let you inside the locker room. What was going on with that?
I knocked on the door, but still my knocks went unanswered. And then I went home and I watched television until television went off. And then I played my records until I just didn't want to hear them anymore. And finally I went to bed, but I found myself waking up a few hours later. And the tears were running down my face.
Well, Dwayne, after you saw Chris Bosh going through all these emotions, I'm sure he called you up. What did you tell him?
Warriors don't cry. I know lots of folks will hate you, and not because they want to, but sometimes they don't even know why.
LeBron, after everything that went down, there are a lot of people saying you can't be a king, can't call you a king. Everybody is saying they're no longer witnesses, and just all these things going around. What do you have to say about these people who are saying, your fans that are saying they are no longer witnesses?
God is my witness.
Okay, well, LeBron, I'll leave you with the final word, and to all your fans, to everyone out there who's coming down on you, to all the negative press that you are getting right now about not showing up in the finals, what do you have to say?
As life goes on, I'm starting to learn more and more about responsibility. And I realize that everything I do is affecting the people around me. So I want to take this time out to apologize for things that I've done and things that haven't occurred yet, and things that they don't want to take responsibility for.
And yeah, that was my little sit down with the big three earlier today.
Excelente. Very creative.
No wonder I was highly upset. I actually haven't watched a full game since game 3 because I just could feel what was about to happen.
Uh-huh.
I almost went to say the king didn't show up, but as you know, I have said that I am not calling LeBron the king
no more
until he wins something.
No, you said this specifically to me. if y'all lose on Sunday, you will never
Call
call
him
him
the
the
king.
king again.
I'm not calling him the king. I can't.
He's
Cannot
Mr.
call him the king.
He's Mr. LeBron James. I heard somebody say James, not James.
He didn't show up.
No.
He had okay games, but his games that he had weren't LeBron James worthy.
Even though you ain't gotta worry about them, they don't lose. We're not gonna focus on them today. If you have some callers who's Miami, which we have a lot of them around,
Anybody who wants to wish condolences to the Miami Heat, call
Give us a call.
352-3984, 352-3985, or toll free 1-242-300-4810. Or if anybody wants to congratulate Dallas, I
Yes.
actually know 2 Dallas fans.
I know two with myself. Mr.
So-
Darren Rule,
To Fred and Cord, big ups.
Mr. Darren Rule from the Falcons Boys Club.
That's true.
You have to give it to him. He's a real fan.
So one, usually
He had the faith in his team when nobody else had it.
Usually I ask you after a team loses what went wrong. But I won't even ask that today. I'll ask you, what did Miami do right? Did they do anything right?
No, that's why I'm saying we shouldn't focus on them. Let's give it to Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki played his heart off when he beat CB, never recognized them. After he swept the Lakers, the defending champions, we didn't see that he needed to win, or he deserved to win that championship. All we is looking at is that little crybaby, the two crybabies, and the the chauvinist, Mr. Wade.
See, you can't even. It's like Wade is now in
I am not
territory
referring
unto
to
itself.
I'm not referring to none of them at first names anymore. Mr. Wade, Mrs. Bosch, and Mr. James.
That's
James.
low. That's low.
Okay.
That's petty one though. Don't do that.
I am not referring to them
That's
as
petty.
nothing. They lost, and I'm so happy they lost. And
That's
remember,
petty.
the Wonder Jinx continued,
Yes, because you only pulled for them.
so they can lose.
That's how petty that is.
Yes, very.
That's more than petty one.
Yes, very.
Though. I don't know what to do.
We
with
have
you.
a caller. Let's hear from them.
Let's go to the lines. Hello, caller.
Hi, how you doing?
I would say well, but
Well, I told you it was coming. You was all over me when the Lakers went down. But we do have room in that boat for you. I told you it was coming.
so
Yes.
do
We had a
you
phone call. I remember.
You remember?
Yes.
You remember Detroit?
Yes.
Okay.
so do you have enough fishing line for all the Miami
All
Heat
kinds.
fans?
So all I want you to do is go to the bottom of the boat and cut bait.
That's
You
cool.
cut bait for everybody.
That's
We
cool.
we only could cut bait.
That's all.
That's all they deserve to cut.
That's all.
Man, come on, we made it a little far. We can't at least fish for 25 minutes.
No.
So go find that king.
But caller, you realize James is in the boat with you a long time because he didn't show up to the fourth
That's
quarter
true.
yet.
And you know he's missing for a little while. now.
Yes.
I
You
think
sure you want him to the bottom of that boat?
we need to call the police station and put out the APB. Somebody find LeBron. You say
Please.
find the king.
Please.
There
I
is
tell
no
you.
king.
But I told you this was coming.
Yes.
You was holding out a little while.
I had hope. I had hope.
You should hear how you should hear when they went up 2-1 how he's doing me and him.
Oh man, I somebody told me that he was carrying on mine on the radio.
But you know the sad thing is, after we went up 2-1, I didn't watch any more games because I had a sick feeling in my stomach that something was gonna happen. So I thought maybe if I didn't watch, that it would correct itself on its own.
Mr. James was messy with you because he did not show up in the fourth quarter. None of them games he lost.
But
Not at all.
caller,
None.
let me give you a joke. What I did after Game 4, right? And I saw how LeBron was playing. I actually went home, and I have a LeBron James Cleveland jersey, and I actually put that on and look at it and say, well, maybe LeBron from Cleveland might show up for 1 quarter. Didn't work. Didn't work.
I hear you out of Miami though. I hear Miami trying to trade him.
Boy, I know we need a fix for something.
For some reason, he always looking at giving the media some kind of talks.
Yeah, of course.
Last year was his mummy. This year is his girlfriend. Ain't nobody even hear nothing. You getting paid to play the game. Play it. I don't care what's going on in your personal life.
But caller, you know what really upset me?
Yeah.
After the game finished, I changed my channel to say, okay, that's it. Then someone's gonna message me and say, oh, Bosch on the ground crying.
Yeah, that boss could cry now. My God.
Mrs. Bosch.
I said, what are you crying for? Too late to cry now.
Because he know, and Carla, you know this. We remember this. Remember, I said this on national radio that Miami is not going to make it back to the finals again.
You did say that.
Watch. This is the only chance they had to win that championship.
Let me go find my Cleveland jersey and put it back there. Because I need
They're
some
not
good
gonna
luck from
make it
somewhere.
back. Watch
That's it
this.
for them.
That's it.
They got to get rid
That's
of
it.
one of them.
And LeBron gonna be gone.
No, don't wish. Hey, he might not be the king.
Don't call him no king in here.
I said he may not be the king.
Ain't no king.
But
Where's the king?
He could carry Wade's shoes or something. He
No,
figure
no.
out something.
He
Give it
get
up to
too
Mr.
heavy for Wade.
And Wade disappointed me because he got 2 showboat.
Yeah, he let LeBron bring him down.
Thank you. LeBron rubbed off on Wade.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, but Wade don't care. He didn't have a ring. So fool.
Hold on, I got one. When King would pass across.
Oh my. Well, all right, caller.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine, man.
Go
You're
ahead.
talking about the king like that?
Yeah, we have to. Ain't no king. Only Jesus is the only king to walk this earth.
Amen. But LeBron is the king of the basketball
Yo,
world.
you have to dethrone him until he redeem himself.
Yeah,
You.
I can
You
say
have
that
to
he
do
gets
that.
the playoff.
I love
finals,
LeBron, but after the finals, I think we have to let him earn his crown back.
Yes, you gotta earn that. In 81 games, you gotta earn that in this championship again.
I agree. So you think he'll be able to redeem himself?
I'm telling you, that was his only chance. He's not going to go back there.
Listen, see, I will go on record now. The Miami Heat will be back in the finals next year. You make me see. They made me do it.
You going on record, and I'm going to say they'll never make it to the championship again.
Never
with
make
those
it again.
See,
They'll
now you
make
say
it
with them,
again.
those three.
The 3. I say the big 3.
But you got to
The big
understand,
2.5 or 3
Miami has no role players. They
No,
have
see?
no one on the bench, and they spend all their monies on the big 3.
Don't worry, next year.
Caller, if you can remember, I tell anybody this. I had an argument with a guy yesterday. I say, give Wade, James, and Bosch their points. That's 70 points. 70 points can't beat Dallas.
No.
But hold on, we couldn't even get 70.
And the
out
other
of
rest of
the
your team
three,
ain't scoring. So what? What you can do?
Something wrong with
They're
LeBron.
human. They can get tired.
But you all will agree that if it wasn't for LeBron, we wouldn't have made the finals.
That is true.
I do agree with you now, but he didn't show up to the finals.
Yes. But
That's
you
the
can't
problem.
take a man and throw him under the bus, all of us, because he probably
We
had
didn't.
diarrhea or
We didn't.
something.
ESPN analyst did.
See, at this moment, the only person I am not throwing under the bus is Dwayne Wade. That's the only person. Well, Dwayne Wade and Haslam.
Yeah.
That's the only 2
The
people
Dallas.
on my good side right now. But everyone else, fire and brimstone.
And who made Chambers a player? That's Mr. Caller. Tell me.
But Chalmers,
He did some nice
trying.
things. Yeah.
He's trying.
But that coaching have to get fired too.
I no
Yeah,
longer put
that's
the blame
probably
on
he was
him.
out coach.
They can put the blame on him.
You know that's always the first person to go.
Yeah.
Is the coach.
And I bet you Pat Riley be sitting in that head coach seat again.
And no minute time.
Nah, see, I might have to take them words back with Mr. Riley. I have the utmost respect for him. That you guys, with him coaching, you might be able to go back to the finals, but I can stick with my word for now.
But I think LeBron is going to be back.
Yeah, he'll be all right. To me,
Only Jesus coming back, caller.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
all right, caller.
All right.
Wonder watch though. Wait for it.
Huh?
LeBron MVP next season. Watch.
I don't disagree with his MVP. I don't disagree with his top caliber player.
At
But
some
for some
point-
reason, Mr. James, if you can hear me in Florida, you have to show up for the big games. Mind you, I was a fan until you became so cocky.
Listen,
Then you rub off on Wade, and you make me hate Mr. Wade. I loved him for Marquette. But
Wonder.
until
Wonder.
you prove to me that you can play the big game, not against Detroit, that don't count no more.
Wonder. You know
Then
what I'm
you
gonna
talk
do?
to me.
I'm gonna take this crown and I'm gonna put it in a box.
Please.
And I'm gonna put a lock on this box.
So, for 81 games.
And I'm gonna.
And 2. How much?
I'm gonna lock it.
1, 2, 3.
We need.
3
It's
playoff
82 games
Mhm.
and 16 playoff games you
Right.
need to win.
So
But next year,
12 playoff games.
June next year, we will unlock this box
Yeah.
and I will hand him back his
You know
crown.
what's things that happen since then? Election, our general election, you don't know where.
Listen, I have spoken. I'm going to unlock this box,
Mhm.
and take the crown back out, and hand it to the young man.
If he shows up to make it to the playoffs.
I think he has to show up. It isn't because listen, at this point, you know what is happening now, right? You can't. You remember before when people used to say this whole Jordan LeBron argument. Well, now you can't even say Jordan, not Jordan. You can't even say LeBron, Kobe right now.
Mm-hmm.
So LeBron, listen, if LeBron loves his legacy and he's always talking about all these things that he has to do, time is now.
Yeah.
Time is now.
And he legacy running out because he realized he putting some mileage on them legs.
Can't see. You can show the man the door, but he has to walk in.
I gotta let you read this text. It says to me that the only way Miami will win will be back in the finals if Mr. Yannick Rodgers is coaching.
You know what we need to send LeBron? The Jeff Rogers basketball camp.
I believe that.
That's what we need to send LeBron.
And you know what happened? You know the sad part about it? He can be he can come to Bahamas with his sulky ways and looking for pity.
Well, he could go West
He ain't
End.
looking for pity in here.
You know, it's a special LeBron James fan in West End. He could go hang with. And they could,
I haven't seen him for the day.
I saw him.
Did you?
See, I can't beat up on my own Heat fans. That's blasphemy.
Yeah.
Can't do
I don't
that.
disagree, but
y'all could do it.
see, I respect you because even with me, I'm a fan of the Pistons, and if they doing foolishness, I can tell you, and that's what you do, dear Heat. They were doing foolishness, and you tell them.
I told you after game 3, I had you remember in game 2, the Heat had a chance to win.
Game 2, up by 15.
And collapse.
6 minutes and something to go.
But they saying they didn't choke. They went up 2-1.
They coughed. They didn't choke then.
They do something. What they say, water
See,
must
I
be
had
going on the wrong pipe.
I got into an argument with a young guy. I wish he's listening today. I wouldn't call it an argument. An exchange of words to say. I said the ESPN analyst said 73.1% of the times that the team that wins game 5 wins the series.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I'm talking foolishness. I'm doing this. Didn't the Dallas Mavericks close out game 4 by 30 points against Lakers? That's a closeout game for the Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Miami should have never put themselves in that predicament. That's why they lost.
Do you know what LeBron James' record is now in elimination games?
0-4.
He's 2-6. 2-6.
2 for 6.
No, not 2-4-6. He hasn't played 6 and 1-2. He has played 8 and 1-2.
Wow.
2 wins, 6 losses.
Wow.
But that's
a start. This
is the self-proclaimed king, the chosen one. That's what he is. You are a witness. What? I am at a loss for words right now. I really didn't think this day was coming.
Yes, and see, you know I feel that too. It mightn't be you, Keith, and at some ways it might be you, but for them teasing, you don't tease people. I get to tease people because I was in the boat already.
No, you mean
waiting on Lakers.
What
Lakers came.
What I didn't get with LeBron, those did.
All Heat fans who was teasing them Lakers and doing them bad, good for y'all.
No, I tease the Lakers. I can't front with that one. Any chance that I get to tease the Lakers, I will tease the Lakers. That's just in my blood. I will tease the Lakers.
No, I just don't like the Lakers because of Kobe. I can be real.
No, but let me
now
give you the
LeBron
joke.
Making me hate Miami.
Let me give you another joke. I was online yesterday, and someone popped up and said, "Hey, congratulations on your loss." They're a Spurs fan. So I said, "Yeah, man, I heard so much that the Heat lost to the Spurs in the finals." I say, "Oh, my bad. Never mind." Do not throw stones when you live in a glass house.
That's why I was in the water. I was in the water from April. I'm going to stay there. And I'm welcome. We've now chosen out the line for the Heat.
But congratulations to
Dallas
and Jason Terry and Dirk Nowitzki.
You must give it to them. Remember, he's supposed to take that tattoo off. Now he
doesn't
showed
have...
that proudly last night in his interview with Hannah Storm, I think it was.
Yeah.
He showed his tattoo.
Now he can leave it there forever.
And he can leave it there forever because the year he put it on, he got his ring.
But what I
I'm
fault
so
them
happy.
for is Jason Terry told LeBron James, "You can't guard me for 7 games. You can't do it." He didn't have to guard him for 7. It was only 6.
Bing.
And he got his numbers on LeBron.
And I give it to me. I had a perfect season this year. This playoff run. Every team, listening audience, I pulled for, lost. So I have a perfect record this year. And I went with the Heat just so they could lose.
And that's petty.
Yes.
That is very petty.
Yes.
But
perfect record. I went with the Bulls, they lost. I went with Boston, they lost.
You see, the Heat god, Perez couldn't even come in today.
I spoke to him and he's under the radar. He said they deserve it because they didn't show up. LeBron didn't show up for four quarters.
Not just the fourth quarter. For some third quarters, second quarters.
He got stand up like he's watching Jordan. You know, back in the day, Scottie Pippen, those used to be standing up. So when Jordan passed them the ball, he used to be so shocked.
Yeah.
Like he was standing up, watch Wade play Chambers and all. What's going on?
8 points in a championship game? Only 8?
But see, we shouldn't focus on that. Give it up to the big German. He deserves it. If he's still in Miami, he might be able to hear me. Congratulations, Dirk.
Did you see the picture of where they went after they won?
Where they going?
They went to the club with the trophy. So they were on South Beach with the trophy, celebrating in Miami.
They took their talents to South Beach.
Somebody else should have taken their talents to South Beach. They left their talents in Chicago from the last series. You know what?
Mind you.
Katura, do you have my theme music?
Why?
Because this is a sad day. I'm leaving early.
No, you can't leave.
I'm leaving early.
You shouldn't.
Why?
You shouldn't.
I can't beat up on LeBron no more.
That's being petty. Let's hear from another caller.
I can't beat up on LeBron anymore. Why you want me to do
If
that?
any Mavericks fans out there, could you please call us? Give them the number.
It's only 3 of them. That's the good thing.
That
though.
you know about. That you know.
Have you
about.
ever seen a Dallas Maverick flag flying on any? I bet you I'll see one now though. All of a sudden.
Big up the Dirt and his team. I'm happy for Jason Kidd. He'd been in the league for 17 years, got his ring. Christian, he's not a great player, but he got his ring. Deshaun Marion, see, good for Eric Dampier. He could have get his ring too, but he decided to get traded to the Heat.
Couture, play my theme music. Play my theme music. Let's go. And that's gonna wrap things up for us today.
You're being petty, Keith.
Show me the way to go home.
See? Because one day, you know what? Go. Talk about the Heat then. Go. Finish.
Give the numbers out then and I'll be able to talk.
It's only 3 more minutes. I don't need the help from nobody else beating up on me.
Why?
Because that's
Why? Don't be a sore
petty.
loser, man. Don't be
All
a sore
that beating
loser.
we take, I have to be sore.
You forget how much beating we take when we trade Transy Billups saying. And I have to live with it for 3 years now.
I'm not living with this for 3 years. I'll be right back next year.
Next year?
Next year.
Yes, to go to the finals and lose again?
That's petty. That's petty. We just have to play another team.
Imagine just didn't go to the playoff. Be like us. We were happy where we were.
I'd rather the Lakers to beat us.
Why?
I'd feel better inside.
No.
I would have, at least Kobe won 5. I would have feel better.
Why?
Because Kobe is a better champion.
So you're trying to say, Monty, you focusing too much on the Heat. Give it to Dirk Nowitzki. He deserves his ring.
No, because I don't like Dirk.
Why? Because you can't hold him. You can't hold him.
I just don't like. I could stand Jason Terry.
You could only hope to contain him.
See, and the sad thing is, I used to could say those things about LeBron. I have no comebacks.
Nobody in the league. And what is bugging me? Who made LeBron such a big defender? When somebody's hot, they put LeBron on him. I see Jason Terry step back and juck one in his eye. Huh?
Wonder you being petty.
I have to.
Petty.
It's my time. When you have the wound open, put the salt in it.
Now you using my line on me? Oh, wonder.
Keith, be real. Let's talk about this game, man.
Warriors don't cry.
That's what you need to tell Bosch.
Listen, I don't even. You see, I haven't even talked about Chris Bosh today.
No, Miss Bosch.
Because I refuse to talk about Chris Bosh.
Miss Bosch?
I'm not talking about him.
Why?
Where was he? He could cry after the game. What happened during the game?
Hui. Man, give it to him, man. He get one hard foul from the white boy in Dallas. And he hit it 2 free shot. At least he break the streak because y'all had missed, 12 free shot in a row?
Couture, how much time we have left? I tired of wonder right now.
You got all 5 minutes. It's called the Heat's roast.
Anybody else who wants to call in, 352-3984, 352-3985, or toll free,
Couture, it just hit him.
300-4810.
It just hit him that the Heat lost. Yeah, they lose. They deserve to lose. They're too cocky.
We lost from game 4.
You're mocking a sick man, 1. You're all about dunking and slamming on the place. Dunks don't win game, 2. 3, you have all these people in Grand Bahama waiting for parade and motorcade. No. Not on this watch.
Wait, but hold on.
Not under the German watch.
You know what I want to say? It's kind of good in a way because all the fake Heat fans could get off the bandwagon.
I know somebody's going to ring his phone.
So, fake Heat fans, get off the bandwagon. I don't want to see you next year at any point.
They call themselves LeBron fans.
I don't care what kind of fans they are. Hello, caller. Maybe you can make my day better. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm living. Go ahead.
I'm not a basketball fan like that, right? But I say after the Lakers get out, I don't mind who beat once the Heat
don't beat. I love you, caller.
And I love what Dallas did. Next time, tell the Heat You can't stand the heat like you do now. Do it next year or whenever. Get out the kitchen.
You see how cool it is today? As hot as it is today, the streets are cool.
I tell you that.
Yes, caller.
All right, have a good day.
You
All
too.
right.
Yes, the streets are very cool.
This probably a lesson to be. I should have been nicer during the year.
And I got Mr. Shoes, big up Shoes. Shoes is saying, Shoes just text me and say, LeBron left his talents in Cleveland, man. I agree with you, Shoes.
No, he left them in Chicago. He had them for the other series. I just don't know. He left them
He sent his
someplace.
talents. No, I think that's the owner, Cleveland owner's jinx on him. Along with me, I am a jinx. For this playoff series, I was a jinx. So I went with Miami to make sure they lost. And Cleveland, the owner of Cleveland said Cleveland will win a title before LeBron wins a title.
Now you should have bite your tongue saying that one.
I'm
You
quoting.
believe that?
That's quote and quote.
Do you honestly believe that doesn't happen?
He had the chance yesterday. You ain't take a cake. You had the cake on the
No.
table and you ain't eat it. That mean you don't want
Wanda,
it.
do you think Cleveland is going to win a title before LeBron James wins a title?
Do you think the sea is blue?
So that's a yes.
Okay.
That's what you say. That's a yes.
I am not saying that. Don't put my words in my mouth. I only say
Well-
what the man say in Cleveland.
That's why I'm asking you. Is that how you feel?
I don't feel that way, but from the look of things, he had a cake and he didn't eat it. So he didn't want it.
Maybe he might have left. his
LeBron
spoon
could have win them games
Cleveland.
in 4 games if he'd showed up. But no, he led the white boy with the 3 fingers like a PLP, ran through the court. 3.
Wanda, I hope the Pistons never win nothing again. in
Yes! That's what they said long time too.
life. I hope they never win nothing again.
But in this 10-year dynasty, we won one.
Hey, at least I can still fall back on 2006.
Couture, tree.
Couture, how much time I have left? I get
Tree.
tired of Wanda. 2 minutes. Wanda.
Hey, don't. Hold on. JJ gotta be a Bahamian. JJ Barrera has to be a Bahamian. You see how he's the short fella, you know Bahamian's short. And when he hit that 3-pointer, he's look up at them 7 footers like, what?
Wanda, on this sad show.
Big up JJ. Big up Jason Terry. Big up Dirt the Jerk. Big up Chandler. Big up Sean Marion. And the old fella, Jason Kidd.
Wanda. Do
Give it up to them.
Do you have any
Give
closing
it up to them.
remarks? Anything that you would like to say on the
Mavericks
way out?
in your belly. Mavericks in your belly.
Couture, hit my music,
The
please.
champions
I know
are
you can do it
nothing.
now. Hit my music, please.
When you're
Couture.
ready, Couture, Mars the champs.
And that's going to wrap it up for Beyond the Score on this very sad day.
Heat or nothing next year. And they get nothing.
And I'm still on the bandwagon. He'd been here from long. Wait, do your thing. Bosh, if I see you cry again, boy, you
Them three ain't
know.
gonna be together next year. You don't gotta worry about that.
Heat Vance, still heat or
A
nothing.
game always look good on paper. You have to play for that. You have to play this game. This is why they play that game.
And that is it for us. Beyond the Score, I took my beating. We're out.
Keep you full up.